I've got it here. Just thought I'd have a quick look at the engine, see what. What have I done? So we've got it up now, you can see the pictures. Yeah, it's pretty rotten. So a lot of it's going to have to be cut out. The front's pretty good, because the front's all, there's like a big gearbox oil leak, so all of that's fine. It's been oiled for years down there, so there's no real rust. There's a couple of bits. Outriggers need doing, which I was expecting. I was expecting the outriggers to need doing, but the back I did not expect to be this bad. It is really bad. But on the plus side, it means I can cut it all out and then weld some stronger stuff in there. So yeah, it's a bit of a daunting task, but you just have to think one bit at a time. And you have to sort of do it sequentially, because the way certain things are, because they are, depends on how the suspension hangs at the back, where the axle sits, where the bump stops are, if the axle jumps too much. So it's designed in a certain way, and if you start cutting it all out, I'm never going to remember how it went. So I have to do it bit by bit. So yeah, bit by bit. Oh yeah, sorry. Get your safety squints on like that. So it's going all right. We're getting there slowly. We're trying to do as much as we can now, because in the next few weeks, Dad's shed's going to have to move. Dad's workshop's going to move, and the lift where they're moving him to, there's nowhere really for it to go, and they're not going to concrete, so it's all going to be gravel, and so this is why there's a bit of haste now. Doing it while I can do it, you know. And Dad's here helping me. Thank God for Dad. I don't know what I'd do without him. It was me guessing, and then he comes over and he's like, what are you doing that for? He is good. Like, I don't know what I'd do without him. Oh. So you can sort of see, keep the noise down, you can see what my plan is really. That's going to slide all the way up there, and that's going to become the new, where that bolt is where that hole's going to be. Yeah. God, it looks awful when it looks like that. So fast forward a little bit now. This is, most of the welding's been done at the back. We're happy where it is, happy where it's hung. It's all been undercoated. I'm just putting some torsion bars there now, which I'm tightening up. They're going to all be painted and rust-proofed as well. And that's what the tow bar is going to be attached to. So it's a straight pull from the chassis. Hello. So we've done the back part of the suspension, which is pretty good. Sorry, the back part of the chassis. But the bottom part of the back axle has also rotted away. So to get at that and cut out and weld some new stuff on, I need to get the rear suspension bolts out, and they, well, you can see they don't want to come out, so I'm trying to heat them up so that they'll come out. Bit of elbow grease, hopefully. We'll see, eh? Oh no, oh dear. Well, hello. So I've just hung the exhaust. And I've also put the fuel tank in, which went in a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So we're almost ready to drop this now. And next I'm going to tackle the brakes, which is always a nightmare. But then I'll show you what we've been doing. So I'll show you the exhaust, I'll show you everything that we've done underneath, because once this hits the ground, I don't ever want to see the underside of this ever again. I know you're probably sick of seeing the underside of this by now, but that's after caking it with oil. Obviously before this hits the road, I'm going to smash a load of sawdust and stuff up here, which will help it stick to the chassis. I'm not just going to hit the road with oil going everywhere. So, but yeah, everything's been done, everything's been welded, everything's been fixed. Exhauster piping, there's some flexi pipe, just temporary flexi pipe so I can get the distances right, and then cut some proper pipe and weld it in. The tank's in, very suave. Tank's in. The tensioners weren't quite long enough, weren't quite short enough, so I've had to get the ring pull off a Prince's ham tin and fucking tighten them up. But yeah, it's in. Next will be brakes. I'm going to go and get some exhaust clamps and then get some brake fluid, and then we'll have a look in the car. So here we are. Electric fan, everything's very, very tired. I don't know how long it was outside for, but I'm willing to bet quite a long time. It's had money spent on it. It's got a new coil, it's got new spark plugs, look. Fancy sports ones as well. And it's had a new clutch cylinder as well. Look, this is all new. And you can see that there's stuff in there, and the pipe's all new. The brake's all full of sludge, so I need to empty that, take that off. The most disconcerting part of it, oh yeah, alternator needs a new pulley, or I might just get a new alternator. We'll see how much money I've got. Most disconcerting thing is I can't get the dipstick out. I can't get it out. I've had a bar in there trying to lever it off the alternator, and all I've done is just straighten this hook out, so I don't want to try that anymore. I'm going to soak it with oil. First I want to get the brakes done and then see if I can get the engine running before I take stock. I don't want to start making a list of things I need to buy for it. If I can get it all going and get it fixed, you know, if I can reuse or fix what's already here. If you guys can remember back on the Instagram to the brake master cylinder video on the Jensen Healy I did, a similar setup here, but it's a separate servo. So to keep you interested, here's the brake master cylinder. Obviously the pedal actuates the piston into there, but rather than that going down to the brakes, there's a pipe that comes out the top there, which will then, which is this pipe here, goes into this master cylinder, which is again powered by the vacuum from the engine, and which forces the piston out more, and then that gives you more heavier brake really, or a power brake as they used to call it. Whereas in the Jensen it's all in one unit, if you remember. So yeah, I need to find out how I'm going to mount that as well. So yeah, loads of stuff to think about, loads of stuff to do. Good news, I managed to get the dipstick out. I had to lift the car up, get underneath it and hit it from underneath to get it dislodged. It had rusted round the cut plug. Rusted round there, but the good news is it's got oil in it. It doesn't taste fantastic. It hasn't got much viscosity in it. It's very old, obviously. But the good news is it's got oil in it. So that means next, I've given up on the brakes because I've broken the master cylinder. I broke the casting, so I'm going to have to get another. I've got all the piston out of it, so hopefully I can just get another casting. It'll be cheaper. So now I'm going to, well, what time is it? Might try and give it a go, see if I can get it started today. Failing that, it'll be tomorrow now. But yeah, next. So, last thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to try and get hang on. I'm going to try and get a nut around the crankshaft and try to turn the crankshaft. Doing that before I start turning things over and hooking a battery up and start ramming the starter motor around. If I can get a nut on there and give it a wiggle, see if it's stuck. If it's stuck, well, I'll have to go down a whole new rabbit hole of getting it unstuck before I try and fire it up. But if it does move, I can give it a full rotation and just make sure it's not hung up or rusted or knackered or anything on the inside. So I'll do that next. It's only a 16, that nut. Yeah, I thought it'd be bigger. Right. Oh yeah. Yeah, it turns.
It's turning over, great. So it's not seized.
Yeah. Feels quite good.
Great.
It feels quite good. I'll just make sure, just go around, make sure that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Brilliant. Let's try and clean that up and put the signing marks on so you can see it. Good idea.
Good idea. Hiya. So yeah, thanks for watching so far. It's been a mixed match of videos over the past 3 weeks now. But yeah, you can see the progress I'm making, slow and a little bit haphazard all over the place. But you'll notice that if you get an old project going, it very rarely goes from point A to point B to point B to point C. You'll find that to get from A to point B, you have to do C, D and F and then go back and then you get to B and then you have to sort of go to Z, X, Y and then get to C and then, yeah, I try and plan it like, oh yeah, I'll do the brakes next, or yeah, I'll do this next, and then you start it and it turns into 10 other jobs. So yeah, thanks for sticking with it. I am going to try and get things a little bit more structured because I've left it too long, really, and I should have started this. Yeah, I should have structured it a little bit better. But I'm getting better. I'm getting there, all right, guys and girls. So yeah, thanks for watching so far. Any scimitar enthusiasts out there, hit me up in the comments, please, or find me on Instagram, link in the description, and message me. Let me know what I'm missing out. Any hints or tricks or any nicks, nooks and crannies that you know about that I would benefit from, please, by all means, hit me up. If I've done something wrong or if you see something that I've missed, please, yeah, comment below. I'll get back to you. Because I bet you, if you can see something I've missed, somebody else can as well. So please let me know. Apart from that, I'll try and upload as much as I can. I'll keep going. Things might change with my current life and work situation changing, but I'll try and, like I said in my previous video, I'm going to try and do a video a week and keep it nice and current, so I'm not trying to play catch up, and I'm keeping you guys in the loop as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching so far. If you like what you see, please give it a like. I will try and sort out my video skills, and the next video will be less filmed of this part of my face. So yeah, please stick with it. Subscribe if you like it. And yeah, this isn't supposed to be I'm a professional. This is me doing my hobby, and I'm learning as I'm going. And if if I can do it, anyone can do it, because I haven't got a bloody clue what I'm doing. So yeah, please take it with a pinch of salt. But yeah, if you see anything I've missed, please let me know. So yeah, hit a like if you like it. If you don't, hit one of those and give me a subscription, or at least give me a comment and let me know what I'm doing wrong. So yeah, I'll see you next time.